What's up, everybody? I'm Spencer,
And I'm Eli.
and I'm for some reason much louder right now. Let me turn myself down a little bit. And this is Bardic Blunders. So, welcome everybody to. You've probably noticed the thumbnail. The thumbnail is not a Bardic Blunders thumbnail. The thumbnail is still a Pokemon thumbnail. Well, why is that? It's because YouTube is being a little bit of a jackass right now. You know, just a tad bit annoying. I have tried to change the thumbnail for the last 2 streams. If you'll notice, it still says number 2 when I did number 3 for the Nuzlocke yesterday. YouTube didn't let me change it yesterday. I went, it's fine. It's still the Nuzlocke thumbnail. It'll be fine. We'll be good. Now it's supposed to be the podcast thumbnail, and YouTube still wouldn't let me change it. So now I'm angry. So what do? I'm like, okay, I'll go to the help thing. Let me check it out. Send feedback or help, whatever. Hey YouTube, I need help with this. Okay, do you need help with a membership or with a one-time purchase? What? Membership, I guess. I don't know. Start going through the whole process. Oh, it's a thumbnail. Thumbnail's not uploading. I'm having issue with uploading something. Get all the way down to the end of the help process. And it's like, hey, yeah, sorry, this is only for if it's a paid issue. If you want to find out something that's not related to money, you have to go to our forum.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you, YouTube, for not allowing me to directly message somebody when you're the one screwing up. Thanks. Really appreciate it. Awesome. Love this platform. Anyways, I'll try not to rant too long about that because YouTube might get angry that I don't love everything about their platform. Yeah, I'm a little irritated with that. But, moving on. So, to start off with the real content today, the Minecraft movie had a teaser released, and it looks like putrid ass.
I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I saw you guys were talking about it. So, those who don't know, we have a friend group that meets up for D&D. And in the D&D chat, somebody brought up the Minecraft movie. And it sparked quite a few upset responses and then a meme war, which I don't know what that was about, but, you know, I don't really check that chat that often, other than D&D Day to find out if we're doing D&D that night.
Well, no, funny enough, the meme war was before the Minecraft movie stuff. That was just me and Justin going back and forth, being jackasses. No, Alex just asked why did they make creepers furry in the Minecraft movie, which is a valid question. Yeah, I really don't know. Oh, hey, I also forgot to tell the Discord that we're live. I got so mad at YouTube that I forgot to update the peeps. Anyways, so yeah, there's some weird choices going on with the Minecraft movie because for some reason they decided, hey, let's do animated with live action people. So like you see all the sheep and the creeper and everything and all that's animated, which it looks okay, I can't say it looks fine. The sheep looks terrible. It's just weird. You know, like the animals don't look
I want
right.
to point out I haven't seen it. And I'm probably not going to look it up because
well, I can show you the Minecraft movie sheep. I'll pull it up on stream right now. Why is my Google not in dark mode? What are you doing? I have the dark theme turned on, Google. Thank you. Gosh, just get flashbanged.
Everything I own is turned to dark mode. Except for like, actually, I used to have like a Kindle to read on, and that's the only thing I have that's not put to dark mode.
Ooh, hold on a second. I put the sheep on stream. My grandmother needs me real quick. So I will be right back.
Okay, well, I'm going to talk about the sheep that looks like somebody took some real livestock, crammed it into a cube, and then beat it with a baseball bat until it is no longer recognizable as an animal. That's lovely. I don't like that at all. That's gonna give me nightmares. But bless me. Yes, YouTube is having a problem right now with Sir Crumpets because I don't know, but it's not letting him change his thumbnail, which is quite funny to me. And when I mean quite funny, it is absolutely hysterical. I'm pretty sure he can go in afterwards and change it, but I'm not gonna say that. Hold on. I can actually find this out right now. Let's open up YouTube for notifications. Wow, that's kind of funny. Sorry, I get distracted by comments on stream, one of my streams. Manage videos. Thank you. What? YouTube's making me take a survey? I agree. Yeah, it's just me. Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
No, I went to check and see if I could help you in any way, and YouTube's now making me take a survey.
Nice. So yes, Bug. I was ranting about that at the beginning. YouTube won't let me change thumbnails for some reason right now. Also, what's up, Shadow City? Yeah, YouTube's kind of pissed me off with that, but because I'll go to upload a thumbnail and it will just infinitely say uploading and never upload it.
Content.
But
dismissed. Go away.
Anyways, the Minecraft movie is going to be a disaster. Jack Black is playing Steve. He literally just looks like Jack Black rolled out of bed and they threw a blue shirt on him. Like, they didn't even try to make him look like Steve. You
can change your thumbnail after it's been posted, by the way.
Yeah, I tried to do that, too. It didn't work. Went to the Pokemon stream from yesterday. Wouldn't let me change it.
Just let me change mine.
Well, then it's YouTube just giving me the middle finger, I guess. I don't know what YouTube... like, what...
I also,
literally,
I got a comment
try and change
from...
it right now. It's just stuck uploading.
I group left quote on my stream from the Borderlands. Stream is not even opening. Famous quotes, moments before disaster.
I saw that. Admittedly, some of the rage in that is pretty funny. Now that I'm separated from it, but in the moment, I was very mad. I was furious. Like, dude, after I got off the call with you guys, I went over and grabbed that foam sword that I have from Spirit and just started beating the couch in here over and over and over again, because I was like, I'm angry and I need to get my anger out somehow, and I thought I was going to break the sword. But
you're a mad lad.
Anyway, yes, I am aware the thumbnail is messed up. I'll try to get it fixed. I'll go to YouTube's stupid forum after this. Ugh, stupid. But anyways, yes, the Minecraft sheep looks dumb. The llama also looks stupid. Jack Black looks like the most low-effort cosplayer. It's like, it would be like if I threw on a blue shirt and said, "Oh, I'm Steve from Minecraft." It really doesn't make a whole lot of sense why they're making the movie like this. They should have done it like kind of like the Lego movie.
Honestly, they should have.
Because I
think the Lego movie isn't great, but like
it's still a fun movie though.
Yeah, it's
I
definitely a fun movie.
It wasn't like insane or anything, but I enjoyed it. I had fun with it.
Me as a kid would have loved that movie.
I mean, even it came out 2016. I was young enough that I was still like, okay, yeah, this is fine. I probably wouldn't be entertained by it now.
So you are 17 years old.
Yeah? And? I'm autistic. I like Legos. What do you want me to say?
I actually know what's really funny about that. In my living room, I went and bought the Lego bonsai tree and built it.
Of course you did. Oh, it was 2014. I was only 15. I was only 15. Wait, when in 2014? Oh, no, it released in February. So I was still 14.
I was already working. Right now. Yeah, I was.
Jeez. I should have genetically modified him into cubes like Steve. That would have been the best answer. But yeah, I don't know what it's ridiculous. They keep trying to capitalize on these video game properties, and it's just like what are you doing? It doesn't work. They just keep flopping. It's such low effort. Like I don't know, man. It's weird. It's weird that they keep trying to go back to this well, because for the longest time, video game movies were like a no-go. Like, you don't make a video game movie because it doesn't work. And then a couple of them worked. And now it's like, oh, pump out movies for every video game franchise you can freaking think of. And if we can't do a movie, let's do a TV show. And 95% of them have been worse than the previously maligned video game.
Yeah.
Like, gosh, I think I'd rather go back and watch Doom 2006 than Borderlands again. At least Doom 2006 won't make me want to hang myself in game. Like, it had that one really cool scene with the first-person shooter. At least Street Fighter from the 90s, I will sit there and laugh my ass off. Rather than just be sad. So it doesn't make much sense. And, you know,
what video game movie was a big success?
It was, well, Sonic was probably one of the bigger ones. Both of the Sonic movies were fairly popular.
Was it like Ready Player One that kind of set the scene for all these movies?
Ready Player One definitely was one. The Mario Brothers movie. the Super
Okay, I
Mario
will
movie.
admit, I watched that and actually really enjoyed it.
That one was definitely probably big time for video game movies. I know Wreck-It Ralph kind of got the ball rolling a while ago, but that's
I really liked Wreck-It Ralph, the first one.
yeah. I'd never seen the second one,
Second one was kind of meh.
but yeah, I really think it was the two Sonic movies and Mario. I think those were the ones that kind of brought video game movies back into the and then you had some like where it's like Jumanji is technically, I mean it's a board game, but you had that one, the newer Jumanji, I mean not the original one. But
I
again,
don't
like Wreck-It
know.
Ralph based off of a fake video game. You had the Detective Pikachu. It's all of
Oh,
freaking Nintendo's properties, man. I still haven't seen Detective Pikachu either. I really wanted to
dude,
see it.
you would love it.
I'm
Like
sure I
I
would.
watched it and like loved it. I went. Me and my ex went to see Uncharted in theaters.
Oh gosh, yeah, I knew that one was gonna suck.
Oh, it was bad.
I knew that one was gonna suck when they announced Tom Holland as Nathan Drake. I'm like, why do they have a twink playing a fairly athletic and buff guy who
Tomb Raider.
adventures around the world? Tomb Raider's. Oh well, yeah. I guess there was a new one in 2018, which is already 6 years ago. That's weird. Um, I was about to say Tomb Raider's
Um,
old, like 2001. But yeah, they did have the
Boss
reboot
Level
one.
was also pretty good from what I've heard.
Didn't see that one. I know they made the Rampage movie, which is one of those. It was entertaining, even though it like wasn't incredible.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're gonna open the stream, hit as many tabs as you can, see how long it takes for your willpower to snap. But it was honestly it was probably video game shows that pushed it too, because you have Arcane, you have Fallout, you have The Last of Us. Um,
Last of Us and Arcane did an amazing job of
yeah,
bringing video games kind of to the forefront.
Cyberpunk
Um,
too.
oh, Cyberpunk. That. Okay, I have a really funny story about that I'm gonna get. It's real quick. Um,
Go for
so
it.
I watched the first, like, I think it's the first 3 episodes of Cyberpunk,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, man, this is actually a pretty dope anime. Recommended it to my father. Because he was kind of he's into that kind of stuff, the science fiction.
Right.
And then I finished the anime. And I was like, oh, I've made a mistake. And I was like, hey, Dad, might not be worth you finish watching it. And he was like, I already finished it. And, fuck you, son. I was like, what? He goes, that was such a mean practical joke to play because it was going so good. And then the ending just broke me. And I'm like, Dad, you're a grown ass man.
Hey, a grown ass man can cry.
I don't know if you've seen the Cyberpunk
I
show.
haven't.
Oh, dude.
Still have it on my list, but you know me and my ceasing to watch anime. I did finally finish Soul Eater, by the way.
Ooh.
Finally got through that.
Nice. What are you on to now?
I was debating between JJK and Frieren.
Ooh.
Or possibly doing a real short one. Like, what do I have on my list? I need to look at what I have on my list. Let's see. Mob Psycho,
Well-
Overlord, Death Note, Parasite, Soul Eater. Oh, well, I can
wait,
move
wait,
Soul
wait.
Eater. I need to move Soul Eater.
Get rid of Death Note.
Why?
Terrible.
I want to watch it. A lot of people love Death Note. I feel like that's one of the like almost required animes. Ooh, Black Lagoon. That's one I need to finish. I've also heard Black Butler is really good.
I've heard that too. I looked at it and I was like, because it's like, I'm starting to get to the point where it's like, oh yeah, I'm getting into like the 60 episode anime because I'm starting to deplete the like one season.
I was gonna say, you're burning through all the single season, like 6 episode animes, and now you're to the point where it's like, now you gotta start delving into the longer ones.
Yeah, as a kid, I really enjoyed Death Note. As an adult, I went back and rewatched it and said, this is the dumbest show I've ever watched.
Oh boy. Yeah, I want to watch it just for the sake of having said I've watched it. I think Fire Force Season 3 is supposed to be coming out soon, too, which I'm excited for.
Apparently January starts up a whole bunch of new animes, and there are like a crazy amount of new animes coming out January 1st. And a bunch of stuff is getting more seasons, and I was like, hold on, what? Because every time I'm checking anime news, it's like, oh yeah, this new one that you might be into. Hey, this new one you might be into. Hey, this one's getting another season.
The One Piece. The One Piece is real. I still have no context for that scene, but just it's still funny to me.
One that you might get a kick out of is the in the daily life of the immortal Dragon King or whatever it is.
Okay.
Immortal King.
That's certainly interesting.
It came out around the same time as One Punch Man.
Oh, I might know which one you're talking about.
So it's basically, hey, what if One Punch Man was in high school?
I think I do know that one. I think I haven't watched it obviously, but I think I know which one that is.
Season 1 took itself way too seriously, and I was like, I'm gonna stop watching it. I started season 2, and they started making fun of different anime. They have a whole episode dedicated to making fun of Pokemon.
Oh, that's fantastic.
They have a whole episode dedicated to making fun of Dragon Ball Z.
Please tell me they have a Naruto one.
All the time.
Yes.
They rip every, like... So when Naruto's on the frog, right?
Yeah, Sage Mode.
They absolutely ripped that scene out and just stuck it in theirs. It's just turned into like,
boy.
Hey, what other animes can we rip off and it be funny? But to answer your question, I would go Free Run first because very consumable.
Fair enough.
And it's only like 28 episodes.
How many episodes is JJK at?
47.
Cool. So that definitely might influence me.
JJK, it also feels a lot shorter than it is. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I've heard that it kind of runs at 1,000,000 miles a minute.
Yeah.
Did you start watching it?
I finished it.
Oh, fair enough. You should tell Justin because he really likes it.
I enjoyed it, but as I told Finn at D&D, I was like, listen, man, I'm getting tired of stupid main characters. I can take it in certain aspects. Like, Asta's great. Asta works so well.
Asta's the right kind of stupid, though. Like,
yeah, because he's like from nowhere bumpkin who's like, I don't know what's going on.
He's hard-headed. He's kind of set in his ways, and it's just like, it's not like the, oh my gosh, you're dangerously stupid, you wouldn't be able to function. It's kind of just the like, well, yeah, of course, you expect him to know that? He was raised in the country in an orphanage. Like, it's that kind of stupid.
Yeah, it's like, Jujutsu Kaisen's kind of like, why is this guy so dumb? Like, it's lead from Chainsaw Man kind of dumb.
Oh, I've heard the lead from Chainsaw Man is real dumb, so that's impressive.
Though, I will say, Chainsaw Man is funny. I give Chainsaw Man that. But, yeah, it was... I would say go with Frieren because it has a lot of, like... It has a lot of storytelling, and it's done in 28 episodes.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see. I'll see if I have any other that are shorter than that, because I feel like there was one I'd saved at one point that's only like 6 episodes, which, if you want another one that's real short, Afro Samurai. You can finish that in a night. It's 6 episodes long.
I already seen it.
Cool.
You told me to watch it a long time ago, and I just sat down and watched it.
Fair enough.
I don't remember much from it, but I have watched it.
Alright. I thought it was pretty good. It was really short, but they managed to contain an entire story within 6 episodes, so I can't criticize it. But yeah.
Oh, we're sorry, Shadow City.
Yeah, we did kind of get sidetracked on anime. I could rant about the Soul Eater ending, but I won't do that. I'll read the manga first, because one of my coworkers, I was like, wow, that ending sucked. The show was great, but that ending was terrible. Like, legitimately, up until the last episode, it was fine. And then the last episode, it was just like, oh, well, that was kind of terrible. And he's like, yeah, read the manga. It's like, oh, really? Is it different? He's like, yeah, the show caught up to the manga and went past it. I'm like, oh.
Woman got killed.
Yep, that's exactly what I referenced. I referenced that. I referenced Full Metal Alchemist. I was like, yep, why does that happen so often? Why? Like, honestly, I would prefer if anime did what Naruto did, because, so for anybody who doesn't know why Naruto has so much filler, it's because the writer for Naruto just went, I'm taking a year, and took a full break, like a full year-long break from the manga, and the Naruto show writers were like, oh crap, well, we can't really just stop, so they just started making stuff up. And that's why there's so much filler in Naruto. Because every time you see filler, it's essentially the artist wanted to take a break and the TV show didn't. So they wrote their own episode or series of episodes, That's why there's so much filler. I would prefer if shows did that. Because you know what? Yes, most of the filler content in Naruto is trash. But at least it's there and they didn't try and change the story and screw it up. Like, yeah. Because that Akame ga Kill is so much... Like, Soul Eater, it was just kind of like, oh, well, that's kind of lame. It just...
Akame ga Kill...
Akame ga Kill fell flat in its face. And I don't need another rant session on this. I had a bad one back when I first finished it. But, boy... Oh, man. That will...
You know what's even funnier about that? In the year that the podcast has been going on, not even a year, where we are 4 episodes away from being 1 full year.
Right.
In the year, you finished Akame ga Kill and ranted about it. I finished Akame ga Kill and ranted about it.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. So, we'll try and... That could just be like a running joke. Akame ga Kill just gets strays out of nowhere.
The worst part is it started off so damn good too.
It did, but
it was a brilliant idea.
We need to stop. We need to move on from Akame ga Kill. We've talked about it way too much for how terrible it ends. So, Uh,
At least it couldn't be as bad as a Kame ga Kill.
yeah, exactly. You want to
Oh,
complain
Space
about
Marine
an
2
anime?
came out.
Oh, I heard about that. Any good?
Um, hold on. Hold on. Let me open Steam.
Let me open Steam. Start download. Play the game for a little bit. That's all right.
I was gonna buy it anyway, but let's see. Current reviews. 3,000. Actually, it says it doesn't release for another 3 days.
Oh.
Who lied to me? Anyway, mostly positive from the 3,000 reviews on it.
Cool. But yeah, the next thing I put down was because we were talking about it and it was just like kind of fit. Gestalt rules in D&D. So I stumbled upon a short the other day on YouTube. Hold on, let me get the YouTuber so I can properly credit him and thank him for giving me this knowledge. D&D Shorts. That's the channel name. D&D Shorts. He talked about Gestalt rules. And what that is every player has 2 classes. What does that mean? It's not a multi-class. It's not like, oh yeah, I have 1 level in fighter and I have 1 level in druid or something like that. No, literally, when you're at level 1, you have 2 separate classes at level 1 at the same time. And they level up at the same time. So you get enough XP to hit level 2, you're now at level 2 in fighter and level 2 in druid. It makes for very high powered games. Well, wait a second. You good, OBS? Can you hear me fine? Nope, OBS is dying again.
Yeah. 2, 7, 12, 17, 22.
Okay, are we good? We good, OBS? You stopped choking on your dinner? All right, cool. But let me reiterate that, since apparently OBS wanted to have a stroke and didn't want to transmit any of it. Basically, it just means you have 2 classes that level up at the same time. So if you took 1 level in Rogue and 1 level in Barbarian, well, really, rather, you would have a level in Rogue and have a level in Barbarian. And then when you'd leveled up to level 2, you're level 2 in Rogue and you're level 2 in Barbarian at the same time. They just level up at the same time and progress at the same time. Makes you a lot more powerful. Because
Yeah.
you, like, we were just talking about a few of them, like Assassin Gloomstalker, which essentially is just a delete button. It's the instant death from Rick and Morty. What was that?
Oh.
Death? What kind? Instant. There was no sound. He just died.
Like I said.
It's exactly because, I mean, I think that's probably the most insane one. At least turn 1, you're going to kill most things immediately. With the Gloomstalker damage and the sneak attack damage, that one's just ridiculous. But we went back and forth with a few of these, and we started setting up a plan to do a campaign with it, because it's a really interesting idea. If you've ever played D&D before, you should have some level of idea of why this is just ridiculous. The
Funniest part about it, I was like, oh man, I could actually make a Blade Singer work.
Right. Yeah, Blade Singer Samurai? Oh.
Oh!
Huh.
Um,
16 attacks as a samurai with the magic elements of the Blade Singer. Woo! Ooh, that's scary. Take a feat that lets you do a quicken spell. Lets you use meta
cast
magic.
haste on yourself, quicken spell. Spencer, because of the ruling in the Gestalt rules, add an extra attack in there.
Yeah.
Because Blade Singers get an extra attack at level 6, where fighters get it at level 5.
Well, and not to mention, I don't know if you watched the whole short, while most features that are the same thing cancel out, like Barbarian and Monk extra movement don't stack, if two classes give you multi-attack at the same level, and give you an extra attack,
and
you take a
extra
feat
attack.
instead of, you don't get 2 extra attacks, you take a feat instead of one.
Well, no, because fighter gets their extra attack at level 5.
Right.
All martial classes do. Blade Singer gets their extra attack at level 6.
So you do, so you get an extra
So you
attack.
get 3 attacks, yeah.
But yeah, you cast haste, then you can quicken spell, fireball, and then do a bunch of attacks. Like, good grief, Blade Singer Samurai would probably be terrifying. Where Gloomstalker Assassin is just, what do you want, dead? Okay, it's dead. Blade Singer Samurai is, I'm going to control the battlefield. It's gonna do what I want. And nobody can tell me no.
Yeah, especially when it's like, you are never using your spells for actually damaging things. You're using your spells to be like, okay, yeah, I would take no damage.
Right. Oh,
and then,
gosh. Simulacrum.
And then at 14th level, you get Song of Victory. So you would build Dex, Intelligence, and it would be like, okay, yeah, I add my Dexterity and my Intelligence modifier to the damage.
Ooh. That one could be very scary.
Terrifying.
And that's where it could be interesting. So we were also, we'll give you a little sneak peek into what we're doing.
Are you good?
We were thinking about doing a West Marches game, which, for anybody unfamiliar, for anybody unfamiliar, it just means there's multiple DMs running in the same world. So in our case, it would just be like, me and Eli would swap out DMing week to week, but everybody would be playing the same characters. So me and Eli would have a character that's only there every other week. So it would be very interesting if one of us did. Go ahead.
It'd also give a chance for, like, say one of our other members of the party, of our D&D group, wanted to DM for a week. So, like, we have Alex who DMs, so he could pop in and DM for a week. And then you and me get to play together, but we're all progressing along.
Which we haven't played together in a long time now.
Dude, I know.
But yeah, exactly. And we were talking about it. It would be very entertaining if one of us played a super high damage. So something like Blade Singer Samurai. Or Gloomstalker Assassin. Something like that. And then the other one played something like Cleric Paladin. Just go mega tank.
It's like Barbarian Fighter.
Yeah, right. I mean, even Barb Fighter. Like, can you imagine Cleric of Life and then, what's the healing paladin?
Paladin of Devotion.
Yeah.
You just become heals for everyone.
Yeah, exactly. And you give paladins access to higher level spell slots, which they can't use for their paladin spells, but still.
That's why I was thinking, like, Paladin Bard.
Paladin Bard could be interesting.
Because you boost up your charisma and your constitution. It's like, okay, I'm just a spell slinging paladin who gets all these bardic features.
Right.
Which is terrifying. What other weird what? We had the Winnie the Pooh build. Ranger, Swarmkeeper, and Moon Druid, Moon Druid.
I love the Winnie the Pooh. That's funny. What about, you could do, you could actually make a monk barbarian work.
Oh, you could.
It's just a matter of which monk do you want to do?
Ooh. Drunken Fighter.
Dude, if I do that,
or Way of the Open Hand.
If I do that Ancestral Guardian Barbarian for this Gestalt rules one, I might make him a barbarian monk. So he just runs around punching people with his bare hands, like getting thrilled about the excitement of battle. Like, yes, it's finally time to throw fists. The talking is over.
A Muay Thai fighter.
Yeah. Oh man, that seems like it'd be such an entertaining character. I think I'll have a lot of fun with that if I get to use it.
My thing is, I look at it in this fact of, oh man, everybody at the table is going to try and like create the most powerful thing, except for me and you, who are going to be like, what's the dumbest thing we can get away with?
Dude, I mean, so I should talk about my my stupid idea that I texted you with. So I was like, what's a dumb character idea for D&D? What's something stupid that I can do? I have an idea. Heat metal. Heat metal just allows you to burn somebody who's wearing armor. Or, you can make them drop their sword, whatever. Funny thing is, you can't get heat metal as a cleric. Unless you're a forge cleric. So if you play a Red Dragonborn from Fizzbands, who gets immunity to fire damage, you can then play a Forge Cleric who can cast heat metal on their own armor and just run around like a cannonball. Just like, cast heat metal on myself, I run full speed into the person in front of me. Like, I just turn myself into a superheated train and just run people over. And my immediate thought when we're talking about this Gestalt thing is, ooh, I could make that even worse.
Barbarian added in.
Add Barbarian in. Add, like, whatever I need to do. Like, give this thing extra movement speed. Like,
I would actually say probably go Fighter.
Ooh, or what if you went Sorcerer, and what's the armor that lets you, the spell that lets you light yourself on fire? Basically.
Self-immolation?
I don't think it's self-immolation. It basically gives you a fiery armor that if something touches you.
I think it's called like flame armor or something. Hey, I played a sorcerer. I never once looked at that spell.
Flame, Investor of Flame. That's what it is. So, flames race across your body, shedding bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for another 30 feet. You are immune to fire damage and have resistance to cold damage. Oh, but it's concentration, so you couldn't do both. You can't do concentration on both that. Ah, that sucks. Well, never mind then. But still, could be really funny to run around and just be like, choo choo, I'm coming through. Get ready to get burned and flattened. Take the charger feat. That's what we mentioned too. Just run around shoulder checking people with superheated play. Like at that point, I have to get this big pauldron on either arm that has some sort of symbol into it. So every time I'm shoulder checking somebody, I'm just branding them.
You're basically the defensive lineman.
Yeah, pretty much.
Come here, little running back.
Oh boy. Like getting the game breaker in the old NFL street. Jeez. But yeah, so just for an example of how we build D&D characters, that stupid idea.
I haven't even started to think. I was like throwing around ideas at work today because we were messaging each other, and I was just like, oh man, like I could build like something off the wall, or I could just be like, nah, I'm gonna play it safe. See, and I'm like, what's the fun in playing anything safe?
Right, that's what I'm saying, because I'm looking to go real off the wall. Like, so the other character I was mentioning, just so everybody knows, is an ancestral guardian barbarian whose ancestral guardian is his own father. And rather than raging, he gets excited to fight. It's like the thrill of combat energizes him. And the fact that he knows his dad is watching. And he's just like, I need to impress my dad. And so he just goes around getting in fights and is super excited to make his dad proud. Like, I was like, that's such a stupid idea, but it seems like it could be so much fun. Because it's a character who's like, he's never going to be downtrodden about anything. He's always going to be super positive, but also at the same time, it's going to be like, you know, we're doing a lot of talking. I kind of want to do some more punching. When's the fighting start? What do you mean there's no fighting? Ah, this is stupid. Why am I even here? He's like constantly antsy when he's outside of a fight. But it's just one of those things where it's like, I want to play something real fun. Not that I don't enjoy Storm, but it is like, I mean, Storm was my first ever character, and I'm just doing a little bit more complex reprisal of him. He's still essentially just a wizard. And I am having fun toying with a lot of the new wizard spells, and being a flying dragonborn is pretty dope too. But yeah, I wanna get real weird with my next one. I was looking at a lot of different stupid gimmicks that I've seen online where it's like, if you do this and you do this, you create some stupid... And I'm not looking for one of the ones where it's like, oh, hey, let me create a monster that can, you know, just railgun everything the DM throws in front of me and kill it immediately. Like, I don't want to do that, because that doesn't seem like fun. But, you know, I want to play something that could be effective, but is also just going to be entertaining.
The other thing about the Gestalt rules that I found more interesting. Now, I want to bring this up, because this is coming from the, for a while, I was the forever DM. As a DM, it puts and for a while you were forever DM, it gives me the chance to do things with monsters that I have never been able to do before.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Because there's no more, oh, is this going to be too strong? Nope.
Oh, yeah.
Nope. There's no more asking that question. There's going to be like, well, let's see if they survive.
Running is always an option.
Yep.
And I was like, well, man, what would be really interesting is like, hey, they go into the abandoned iron mine and they fight a bunch of goblins, but it's a goblin colony.
Right.
So it's like, goblins keep coming. You don't get any reprieve until you wipe out all of them, or you run away.
Oh yeah, and I was looking at my all my monsters that I have, my homebrew monsters, that I was just like, for the most part, the last campaign, I was like, this doesn't really fit, or oh, they've kind of progressed past just fighting random monsters. They're into the big guys now, and I haven't really got to use them in this campaign because this campaign's mostly undead stuff, you know. And I'm just looking at them and I'm like, I can't wait to use this one.
Um, I'll also say this: we had a great time. Me, Spencer, and Finn went out to lunch on Monday or breakfast. I don't know what you guys wanted to call it. It was breakfast
lunch.
for me.
It was like one in the afternoon, but I still ate pancakes
But
and
we
everything.
ended up talking a lot about D&D, and we were like making jokes, and it kind of got brought up like a couple things got brought up about your current campaign.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, especially after you left, like I was talking to Finn, I was like, you guys don't fathom how bad of a guy my character is in your campaign.
Oh yeah, he evil.
He's bad. And that's why I asked you a very specific question, which I know none of them are going to watch this podcast, so I think it's pretty safe to ask.
Probably.
I was like, how much commotion could I cause in a city? Like, no holds bars, like, I'm going to cause a lot of damage to this city. How much could I cause before I either had to flee or my time was up or I died? And I wanted to get your opinion because of my character. How much damage do you think he could cause? Would it be enough to be like, oh, a few guards stop him, or would it be more like, oh no?
Uh, I feel like you could do quite a lot of damage before you get shut down.
Okay, good to know. Because we have a plan in the works.
Oh, lovely.
A plan that I put a lot of time into that is not going to go our way at all.
Oh no.
Like every other plan I have ever put together. But as I like to do with our D&D campaigns, any plan I create, I try and do it in the mind of our characters.
Mm-hmm.
So, to me, my plan fits so perfectly for my character. You guys go do this while I cause a commotion. Do a bunch of lying for me while you're there. Don't worry about me, I'll catch back up to you guys.
Oh boy.
And like, I have no other idea of like any, like, that's as far as the plan goes. It's like, hey, you guys go do this thing. I'll go do this thing. This is your goal. This is my goal.
Oh boy. I'm gonna have some fun times with you idiots.
Don't you worry. This next session is gonna go haywire for you.
Oh, I'm sure. It's also gonna go haywire for you guys.
Oh, even better. Even better.
Oh boy. All right. Well, we got one last topic. This was your brainchild, so I'll go ahead and let you.
Okay, so this is not actually my brainchild. I saw this on a clip, and I
Oh.
thought it would be funny because they were talking. The two guys were doing a podcast, and they were like, "What anime character would you replace your co-host with?" And one of the guys said the main character from My Hero.
Oh, that's lame. Who would choose Midoriya?
But he explained it in the idea of you two are the exact same person. From like the early Midoriya with the whole like taking notes on everybody and like
Right.
figuring things out. He's like, you two are the exact same person. And his co-host was like, so you're just replacing me with a animated version of myself. And he's like, yeah.
That's funny. Who'd the other guy say?
It didn't get his response.
Oh, okay. Well, I was having trouble when you asked me that question. I was actually talking to another guy at work. I'm like, a friend just asked me this question. I have no idea how to answer it because there's a couple answers that I could throw out there. Like I thought about Saitama from One Punch Man. Um, I was like, I could be a real asshole and say Madara from Naruto, but I settled on one of two, and I could not pick Asta or Inosuke.
Inosuke, who's that?
You
Oh,
freaking
wait, yep,
dumbass.
Dude, I was thinking Naruto, so my bad. I was like, I don't remember. Sasuke?
No, not never Sasuke. Sasuke's terrible. Inosuke, yeah, because the kind of lovable idiot, I think, is just a great, like, that's just a great dynamic. Let's be real.
Yeah.
It does not match you at all, but to have the other one be a complete moron, like, I know Inosuke is a completely different kind of moron from Asta, which I think would kind of make me want to lean towards him because he's entertainingly stupid with things like, oh yeah, you may have stabbed me, but I just moved my organs out of the way. This is no big deal. Like, the those kind of things. I just love Inosuke for that. So I think my pick would have to be Inosuke because it would just be chaos.
That's so good. Now that I'm thinking about it. Just the chaos of the podcast would be.
Oh, dude, you wouldn't be able to keep him focused on one topic.
So like
My,
us now.
I was gonna say you take my ADHD ridden self, ADHD autism, like good grief, and then throw him on the other side. Yeah, we're not talking
It's
about
going
anything
down.
coherent.
Man. For me, I see my problem is I would pick somebody like Stark from Free Ren,
Okay.
who's also kind of the lovable idiot, but like he's like serious a lot. But he's just like, oh yeah, I just wandered around town and helped a bunch of people. I don't want to fight that thing. It's scary. I think it would just be like, it would turn into a man. What would it turn into? Probably into like what Ludwig's podcast looks like.
Dude, I don't watch anything Ludwig.
Neither do I. I just know his podcast thing is in his attic.
Yeah, that's what most streamers are, either in an attic or a basement. It's just a life that streamers live. But yeah,
No, I did really think about it, and what's his name? Oh wait, Piccolo. I really thought about Piccolo.
Piccolo. I've never watched Dragon Ball Z, so I don't know anything about Piccolo.
I love Piccolo. The problem is like so many good anime characters are so quiet.
Yes, there are a lot of quiet anime characters.
And you're like, man, you're so good, but you're so it it would turn into an ASMR podcast.
All right, I immediately hate this. I wish I didn't have ears. See, yeah, there are a couple others that I could. I'm going to bludgeon you. There are others that I could imagine to be entertaining. I think Tengen from Demon Slayer would be entertaining. Rengoku could also be entertaining, although I think Rengoku would be more entertaining with a mukbang. Tasty! I couldn't hear you laughing, so I couldn't tell if you were actually laughing. Discord's cutting you out.
Oh, man. Dude, that's good. Tasty!
Tasty! Tasty! I love Rengoku. There's a reason he was my favorite character before Tengen came along. Oh. Oh boy.
Tasty!
But, yeah, I think Spike from Cowboy Bebop would be entertaining.
Yeah.
Um,
Captain Yami would be great.
Captain Yami would be great. I'm sorry, I can't. Every time I think of Spike from Cowboy Bebop, I think of the edited thing of him from the movie talking to the detective chick, where he's like, I like the kind of woman who will actually just kill me. And goes on this horrible, like, tangent. It is so stupid. If anybody who's watching this hasn't seen that, look up Cowboy Bebop, I like a woman who will actually just kill me. It is unnecessarily funny. It gets me every time I watch it. I'm talking watermelon in the thighs level carnage.
So, this is gonna sound really dumb coming from me, but I've been seeing a lot more of like the abridged anime stuff. And I don't know what it is. It's so funny to me.
Dude, abridged anime is fantastic. It's like the Snapcube Sonic fan dubs. Those are freaking hilarious. Oh man. Honestly, the Hellsing one, Hellsing Ultimate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, it is so much more entertaining than the original Hellsing Ultimate, and it fits perfectly. Like it's remarkable.
The solo leveling one, it keeps popping up, and I keep laughing at, because apparently when he was making it, it hadn't got to a certain point in the anime yet.
Mm-hmm.
And so the guy was doing the abridged version, and he points at a skeleton and goes, "Wakey, wakey!" Where in the actual anime, he says, "Arise." So the voice actor, the dub actor for the main character, got into his room, and he kept saying "wakey, wakey" instead of "arise" for the take, because he thought it would be funnier.
That is funny. Yes, Bug, my profile pic on Steam is the "I'm not apologizing" from the Hellsing Abridged, because I love that. That line is perfect. I use that so much. I'll be at work and I'll do something and be like, "I'm not apologizing."
Man, we're such fucking dumbass.
Yeah, we are. Absolutely.
Uh, so we're 4 episodes away
We are 4 episodes away.
from 1 year.
Good grief.
So
That's weird,
hold on.
man. That's
Let me
weird.
pull up a calendar.
We're only
So it will be October.
October.
I thought we did the first one was October 10th.
I mean, we can go back and check the upload date.
I'm on it.
I mean, I already have it on YouTube Studio, so.
Blunders. More info. October 3rd. Never mind. I am dumb. October 3rd. Which is a Thursday.
Yep. So we'll be doing it on October 1st this year.
Yeah.
Unless for some reason we have to do it on a Thursday that week. But yeah,
Dude,
we'll
I
get...
just pulled up the first stream and the original how the tavern looks is so different than it is now.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I mean, it took us, 11 episodes before we changed the background?
Was it only 11?
Yeah. We changed it for the Christmas episode. And it took me half the episode to realize there was a Christmas tree in it.
I forgot about that.
Right, our Thanksgiving one had our first guest in Alex. Man.
And our only guest, I think.
My sister has popped on for 1 or 2 of them.
Oh, yeah, she was on for like 5 minutes for one.
Yeah. I don't remember when. But yeah, Alex has been our only guest.
We gotta bring
Man.
Tyler on for one.
I know. He would probably hate the podcast because we just sit here and ramble about shit.
We do. Oh, and he said himself he's not much of, like, a nerd. In the typical sense. Like we are. Like, he doesn't play D&D, doesn't play Magic, you know.
Yeah, you know what's really surprising to me? A good chunk of your Discord plays Magic the Gathering.
Yeah! We were having an extensive Magic the Gathering talk the other night.
I know, man. I was like, what is going on?
But yeah, 4 weeks.
And then we celebrate 1 year. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, we gotta arrange to get some people on. See who in my Discord wants to
Pop in.
pop in, and yeah. Not just people in Discord though. So just for anybody who hasn't heard about this, we want to do for the 1 year anniversary of Bardic Blunders, we want to have guests come on, viewers. We'll try and get some of our friends on, so we'll try and get Alex, we'll try and get Finn, Tyler, you know. But we want people to talk about a game that is important to them. Not in a way of like, oh, well, I play Call of Duty a lot. But I mean, like, this game influenced me in one way or another. And if that's a game you played this year that really changed your perspective on video games, and you're like, wow, actually, you know, this is a really good game. Or, oh, this game had an incredible story that touched me and changed the way that I write. Or if it's a game that you played when you were a kid and you're like, this formed who I am as a person. That's what we want people to talk about. So we're probably going to start... I'll probably start, you know, putting out some feelers for that and see who wants to do it, and just so people can get set up with it, so somebody's not coming on and being like, well, I don't know, I guess I kind of like this game, you know, because I want people to put a little bit of thought into it. It was an
Yeah, we're giving you
idea.
fucking homework.
It was an idea. It was an idea I had because I was like, I want to appreciate video games for what they are and not just like, oh yeah, it's this fun thing I do on occasion, but rather like, yeah, this thing is important to who I am as a person. Because I know there's a lot of video games that I've played that it's like, yeah, that definitely changed who I am. You know, whether it's the way I write or, you know, what things I'm interested in, you know, whatever. What are you having me do? It's my email's being a freaking tool. I'm trying to log into my email and it's like, actually, that wasn't the correct password. But yeah, that's what we want to do. I thought it would be fun. I had originally planned it to be a series and then just never did it. So
Like most of our
Blunders.
stuff.
Right. Oh my gosh, this is freaking stupid. I made a separate email for the voice acting stuff I wanted to do, and it deleted my old email information. And, so now I have to do all this crap. Anyways, I think that's pretty much all we got for now.
Quote time, baby.
Quote time.
I got mine.
Go ahead.
Since it is so likely that children will meet cruel enemies, let them at least have heard of brave knights and heroic courage. Otherwise, you are making their destiny not brighter but darker. C.S. Lewis.
Nice. You can't protect others with pride, and the trust of others comes with merit. Julius Novachrono from Black Clover.
By the way, Black Clover movie, I really enjoyed it. It was a lot faster paced than I thought it was going to be for a movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like, man, this thing is an hour and 50 minutes. And I'm like, it's over. And I'm like, what the hell happened?
I'm gonna bludgeon Yahoo. I just typed in, it's like, oh no, that was your last password. That's what I typed in that made you do this verification process, Yahoo. What do you want from me? But anyway, everybody, thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully the thumbnail issue will be fixed by tomorrow. If not, at least we're still playing Pokemon. I'll figure out what YouTube has against me. But,
No, you won't.
yeah. Well, I'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Tally ho!
I'll see you. Tally ho! See you next week.